Hello and welcome to some Twilight Struggle ITSL action where we're hoping to get back on the horse today. Have lost a lot of games lately, thankfully, most of them lobby games, unrated, and not for any leagues. But, yeah, gotta play sharp. That's where it starts. Look for some luck, but play like you don't need it. Alright, well, not a lot of ops. We have a little bit of access. Yeah, this is a low op hand. Not ideal, but I do like having decall. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Vuk. Could call him just Solar. Okay, with Truman in hand and independent reds, I think I'm just gonna do 5-4. If I get purged, that's not so terrible, right? uh, Probably hold blockade, see if I can get purged next hand, turn 2, if he doesn't have it. And man, we don't have even a good coup card here. Probably gonna be Arab-Israeli war for the headline. I don't see anything else that makes sense. Looks like he has Marshall Plan, though it could be defectors. But this is gonna be our headline. This never works, or hasn't worked for me in a long time, but it's still 50-50, so it's still worth a shot. Let's do it. And it is indeed Marshall Plan. So even if we knock him out of Israel and then by some stroke of luck, Iran as well, he can get right back in through Syria. Okay, again, glad we didn't get purged, but the ops in this hand are quite depressing, and so is that roll. So my luck continues with AI war. And the coup goes pretty poorly as well. I do want to lower DEFCON though because I have decall, so yeah, two poor rolls. Like I said, play like it depends on skill and not luck. So we need to think about this here. I really don't want to give NORAD turn 1. That's just bad. I mean, I could give China, I guess. Um, okay. Maybe I just space here. And that fails as well. Okay, so things continue to go badly for us. And I just need to make sure it doesn't get to me, because that's why I keep losing, is let it get to me and then I play badly. But I think all of my plays have been fine so far. Just gonna, keep on keeping on here. Uh, want to get into South Korea. Want to get into Iraq. I could also hold decall if DEFCON doesn't lower. Let's take this. Make this a less appealing coup target. I mean, he probably still will coup there. But, yeah. At least we have something to show for it now. Truman maybe into South Korea. So don't have to play as fast as I'm playing. But I was going to do that anyways, I think. Okay, he still has no mill ops. I really don't want to give China here, but it's not the worst thing I could do, I suppose. I do not like the start of this game. Not at all. He probably also has Nasser and is going to event and coup that at the end, so. No, he has NATO. Okay, this seems like a China card use situation. So I'm going to use it. And I rolled decently for once. So there's that. What are you crying about, Dakota? Calm down. All right. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so now I think I... Good. Did not get that done. That was definitely worth it for us. So I think we coup here with IP war to ensure he doesn't get mill-ops. And then we just have to worry about Middle East, so we should just coup there. Finally get a decent roll. Well, I guess the China card coup was pretty decent. It spared us. All right, so now we're holding decall and blockade. Oh, don't like giving China on the first turn, but I think it had to be done. Actually, should I have cooed Pakistan with the China card holding IP war? That might have been a better play. There's de Gaulle, and he's going to take that. All right. Okay. All right, we do get Red Scare Purge. However, wow, we have an amazing hand here. The problem is we don't see defectors anywhere. Okay, so the 4 ops left: nuclear test ban and U.S. Japan. This could just be a captured Nazis headline. Go for the coup in Panama. All right, so I can't complain. I mean, the access here is really good. I think we just do. We go the safe route. Duck and cover. Okay, that's actually pretty decent, given the fact we're gonna make a lot of pick up a lot of ground here. Okay, so that for sure. That for sure. Do we want Nigeria? I think we want Burma, but I also want Indonesia. So maybe this is tough. Maybe hold off on that for now. Let's try this. Let's do this. Yes, Dakota. I know. I know. I suppose I could still event Purge and Blockade. But, oh, you know what? I should also invent Suez here. Definitely. Make sure he can't get into Egypt right away. He'll probably go for India here, if I had to guess. Suez is a solid card here. Yeah, I think we're not going to do the blockade play. Okay, he's giving China right back. Going to take India, yes, and... Interesting. Okay, so now we definitely Suez. And create problems for him over there. We might actually hold D-stall here. Special relationship, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Middle East is the one that's not scored. So, I think this, and we don't want to let him get South Korea. We put 2 there, or we put 1 here. Maybe we don't care about Syria just yet. Let's go there, just so he doesn't rush it. It would take a lot for him to get there. Maybe I hold off on that. Nope, not that card. How about... We could also just take South Korea with this. Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? We can still get Lebanon. We can still get to Egypt first. Nasser's around. I think this is fine. I also think we're going to hold D-stall. There's Middle East. We weren't going to get Dom that turn anyways, so that's fine. Let's block this off. He might actually have Nasser here, but he's holding a couple cards, so he doesn't have to play it regardless. He might space it, though. Containment. Okay, CIA. Glad to see that go. All right, now we have to do... He gets to Egypt first if we play that now. I don't want to give him an early containment, but I also... This is tricky. Let's just take Lebanon with blockade. And now we do something with containment, which includes taking Zaire and probably getting into Israel. And then after that, Lao possibly? He doesn't have access, but it's not the worst play. Defectors, what did he headline? Oh. Duck and cover, correct. Okay, so this for sure, even though he played CIA. Here for sure. And then the last one, I don't mind Lao. Let's do Lao. Get that containment out of the deck. A lot of red cards have been removed. We are still holding, sorry, blue cards have been removed. We are still holding D-stall. We also invented Suez. Let me see. 19 and 7 is correct. All right. Nasser, Fidel, Korean War, Cambridge 5, Vietnam Revolt, Socialist Governments, Warsaw, Nuclear Test Ban, U.S.-Japan, 5-year plan, East European unrest. So, what is it going to be? He wants to get his Europe Dom back. He wants to get into Egypt before me. He's going to get 3-op Vietnam Revolts. And... Okay. All right. Okay. So, we get the 2 remaining 4-ops, which is good. We deserve them after that first hand, I'll say that. We get Nasser, Fidel. We also get duck and cover. This could be a Nasser duck and cover situation. However, again, we're going to give him 3 points. And Milops are a big deal here. However, he's going to get Dom in Middle East if we don't do something about this. Okay, so let's figure out what he has. He has East European, 5-year plan. Oh. Cambridge Cambridge 5, Korean War, Socialist Government's Warsaw Pact. He might headline a 5-year plan, and there's a lot of cards that we don't want him to hit here. But 5-year plan, East European unrest. I don't think we give duck and cover. I don't want to give him extra. I think we just go Nasser. And if he defectors it, then we just coup Egypt instead. Yeah, I thought he might do that. Nuclear test ban, not ideal. But we still have a pretty decent situation here. This is going to be a special relationship coup over here. We're going to have to space duck and cover and play these other cards, I believe. Okay, big coup there. Okay. Less urgency now with D-stall. Could take one out of Vietnam. Yeah, but our board position is looking pretty good here, so I don't have a lot to complain about. I assume he's taking... Yeah, that makes sense. All that makes sense. We could take Japan, but no, we can't because of... I think we space this first. Okay. Because we have to play U.S.-Japan, but that's fine. We'll use U.S.-Japan to improve our situation in South America. I mean, I didn't want him to hit nuclear test ban, but I'm really glad he didn't hit D-stall. So this situation is pretty good. We're gonna be about back to even here. Point-wise, with really good situation in the mid-war regions. I don't know if Vuck, I don't think I've ever played him before, but I don't know if he's a realigner. Um, Defectors. He redrew defectors. Okay, so he doesn't like to play defectors, apparently. Does not like to play defectors. Does he also have Middle East? Let's see. We know 4 of his 5 cards. Cambridge War, Korean War, Cambridge 5, Socialist Governments, and a Warsaw Pact. I could just put 1 into Egypt, but nah, I don't think I care that much. I think I'd rather make up some ground in other places. So we'll do that, and that. Nigeria, Venezuela, Chile, and Mexico. I think that's aggressive, but I think it's all right. I think that's okay. Now is the moment of truth. We found out if he has Middle East, which it doesn't look like he does. Or he wants to realign or do something about Mexico first, which also makes sense. Okay. Warsaw Pact, go to Mexico. All 3 go to Mexico. Sounds good. Sounds fine. Sounds good. All right. Do that. Do that. And I guess we do that, and let's do that. Okay, so now I think we do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd be really vulnerable in Asia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do this first. I don't want him to... yeah. This is also... I mean, we have so many places where he could VOA us into deep trouble. Could be another situation for the China card, but I think I would rather not play it yet. I think we take Brazil with Romanian, and then we event Fidel. I would love, 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 love a Muslim revolution. Turn 4 Muslim revolution. Okay. Asia. So he must have been thinking about it. That was his card. It wasn't Middle East, it was Asia. He was wise to hold off on it for U.S. Japan, and he might have done something sneaky up here. Okay, but mid-war regions. Okay, Korean War realignment. Where's that going? I don't know if I like that play. It does knock me out, but it could I could get Allende right off the bat, so works out for him. See if he wants to realign again. At this point, I see if I get the coup, Libya looks like a really good coup target. However, we have a lot of problems for VOA if that ends up returning or showing up, I should say. Okay. It's really about these scoring timings. Cambridge 5, he's not realigning. He's going to hold socialist governments and get presence in South Africa, which does make sense. Okay, so what do we get here? All right, we get some decent stuff. I think I like Purge. We get a bunch of 4-ops here. And we can coup Mexico, potentially, with Alliance. I think I like Purge. Though I really wouldn't like a missile envy here. Let's just purge him, because we know Defectors is out. Nuclear subs. Okay, well that is interesting. Why, you ask? Because now I think I can get to Argentina. He might have lone gunmen here. He also might have Africa. I don't think there's any reason to rush on cooing. I think we do this. And perhaps this? He's not going to go there, though. Okay, definitely want to do this. Maybe we set up a Dom here as well. Incentivize him to use his crappy coups in regions like the Americas rather than Africa. But he might also, like I said, have Africa, in which case his decision is made for him. I think shuttle goes to UN here. Formosan is kind of an issue, but we can space it. I could also space Nixon. Event that puppet government. Okay. How far am I off here? 9 and 15. Off by a little ways. Okay, so purge nuclear subs. I did not account for that one. Alliance for Progress. Did not account for that one. Puppet governments. 9 and 17. There's one more discarded card I did not get. Romanian. Okay. So yes, definitely want to take Argentina here. And look in upon Chile. Let's use this. And also take Burma with flower power. You get 4 points back for Southeast Asia, which is good. Kennedy event. Interesting. SocGovs, De Gaulle, Libs, Blockade, Arab-Israeli War. Blockade, Libs, Arab-Israeli War, De Gaulle, and what else? Socialist governments, which was in his hand, correct, yes. Okay, makes sense. And that was... Ask not. Okay, so now I could take Chile if I wanted to, which is not the worst move here. I think it's pretty good, actually. With him purged again. And if I get Brush Ward here or something, that's a problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and take Chile. Yeah. Okay. We still need to coup, and I still think Mexico's a good coup target, but I think I want to drop Southeast Asia first. I could also wait if he coups Africa. This, yeah, he also, VOA could have been his card, which would change quite a bit in some places. CIA coup, which misses. Okay, let's score that. CIA, very nice to not have drawn that, but also don't like that it could reappear in the late war. I think we space Nixon here. You know, we could also coup Libs, which would Libya, not Libs, coup Libya, which could potentially flip domination. Okay, so we didn't need to take Chile, but hey, it's all good. But he doesn't have Middle East. Doesn't seem like it anyway. So we're gonna space this first. Okay. Get Nixon into the discard pile. Bring him out again another time. With Asia scored, do I space Formosan? Probably don't space Formosan. I think I play Formosan. Should probably also do Cameroon and Saharan if he doesn't coup Zaire here. Maybe I do that with Formosan, but then he pokes me somewhere, I guess. I suppose. He might coup Zaire here, I don't know. Not the most effective shuttle in the world. I'm going to get that US-Japan thing to go away. Also, really glad that he Kennedy'd and he didn't have either of my scorings there. So both of those are likely to show up, and we could get control in one or both of them. So, Liberation Theology went in the discard pile. We haven't seen Muslim, so perhaps, since Libs is gone, we take the shot at Mexico. Though we could also get, you know, Junta or ABM or something too, but I don't know. There's reasons for both. Okay, that's also a target we could take at this point, at this juncture. So I think we do, with shuttle diplomacy, we just coup Zaire back and not get realigned. Okay, that's decent. I'm happy with that. So that is a shuttle into the discard pile, UN into the discard pile. And I think in our last AR, yes, we do Saharan states and Cameroon. Now, voice is not nearly as bad in Africa. I mean, South Africa and Portuguese could also really help us too. So, but I think things are looking much better. Salt negotiations event. Okay, gonna go for that purge. Yes, he's been purged a couple times. No, just once. But could be annoying. Do we then, in this case, coup again? He's gonna get a mill-op. I think I like setting up a third domination on the board and letting him. He's purged and has salt effect, so if he wants to coup, that's fine. I don't really care. He's free to take a shot somewhere. And gonna bear trap me. Okay. It's an interesting play. Gonna end up purging me to start. So if we get Brezhnev, that would be a headline here. We get Quagmire, and we can... we can't missile envy him. But we can Cuban Missile Crisis our way out of this. We have a lot of cards here, and a lot of good cards, I should say, that we can give to the trap. Let's headline Quag and get purged. That makes sense. And now we give up Cuban Missile Crisis and get out in one. That was pretty ideal. I like the thinking. I like the play. It just, ooh, and he's the one that screws up the roll. Nah, I mean, he didn't do anything, but bad luck. Okay, so now I think we Missile Envy. Hope we get Muslim Revolution and then sneak into Libya and Iran, probably. And that's NATO. That is not Muslim Revolution. But that seems like the perfect card to do this with and hopefully get Central America control. And of course we do not. We get a 1. Oh, because we're purged. Right. Right. We haven't seen Junta. We haven't seen Brush War. And he misses again. That's really bad for him. But I think we need to coup again because we don't want to let him get out of Gunman, which he would be able to do. Oh. Okay. So that's Colonial Rearguards. I think we coup again. With Olympics. Probably here. Or do we just drop Central America at this point and take Libya? Then he coups in Africa. Now we gotta do this. Okay. Yeah. And again, if he has lone gunman, he can't get out of it quite so easily. ABM is still a card in our back pocket. I'm sure I'm off on the... Yeah, there's 2 more discards than I've accounted for. I don't think... Okay, there's voice, which we smelled. Oh, I don't really like that play, but again, he could have Junta, but let's go ahead and drop this first. He could also have South America and just saving himself a couple points. That's also fine, but I don't want him to coup Guatemala. We also need to get to Nigeria. We also need to event arms race. I guess we're going to hold ABM. Africa. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's event this. And I guess he could brush war in Uruguay, but I don't know if that's great. He doesn't have any mill-ops yet. None. And if he doesn't take Venezuela here, I'm cooing Colombia with Summit. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. With CIA in the discard, Purge in the discard. If I get grain sales, I can space it. Make sure I account for everything here. Usuri was played for ops. NATO played for op. Oh boy, did we win? I think we win. That's the end. Okay, well, great. We won a game finally. we bounced back. Turn 5 victory. Oh man, that does a lot for my confidence. Although I did get a lot of luck, especially with that trap and getting out of it right away while he was stuck in it for quite some time. So unlucky for him, but we'll take it. We need it. So yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll catch you next time. This is Frantzypantz signing out.